Hi everybody, my name is Zero and we are doing a tutorial video. It's been so long we actually did something, so I've been getting some requests that you guys wanted like tutorial on drawing, so I'm gonna do that. And yeah, so before I actually start talking about what we're gonna do today, because the basis of trying to do a tutorial is quite hard because there is a lot of things I need to touch on, and one video is not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna show you the most basic stuff. So the most basic stuff that would help you definitely in terms of learning how to draw. So before I actually get on too much, I'm just gonna like pull out the reference right now. Okay, so here we have 3 reference pictures. Like I'm just gonna show you later on. So I'm gonna basically explain a bit stuff. So to learn how to draw, actually, like the most important thing in terms of learning how to draw is that you have to draw. Like the first time I started drawing I started drawing using the tablet, which is probably the worst idea ever. Like in my opinion, like I think actually, like if you start off drawing by using like drawing on real life paper, like drawing on paper, that would significantly help your improvement in terms of like drawings. So if possible, do draw like in real life. Buy a sketchbook and just draw whatever, like sketch whatever, and improve from there as well. So that would definitely help out a lot of in terms of your drawing skills. But regardless, we're gonna start on doing digital drawings right now. So okay, so there are a couple things we have to like pay attention to when it comes to drawing. Like I learned this like in the long run of like trying to go to like professional classes and stuff, because as you guys know, like some of you guys know, actually, like I am studying for my master's right now. I'm studying master's in cartoon animation. So I went to classes that actually teach you how to draw, and I've been drawing a lot of real life drawing, nudes drawing, those kind of things, and that kind of things actually helps you out a lot. So the most important thing in terms of when it comes to drawing is that you have to recognize the shapes. So important stuff, important. So yeah, the most important thing is that you have to recognize to wait, did I spell it wrongly? I might spell it wrongly. Alright, recognize the shapes. Alright, sorry for terrible writings, but yeah. So the most important thing you have to do is you have to recognize the shape. You have to see drawings based on the shapes and not the I mean, like you have to see the pictures based on the shape and not the picture itself. I hope that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm gonna show you like how I actually recognize this kind of stuff. So the most important thing you have to do is that you have to recognize the negative space. And what I mean by negative space is that here, like this picture, like anything that is wait, hold on, I need to bring this up here. Okay, so anything that is not your main focus, like for example, I'm drawing an outline. So let's see. All right, so I draw the outline. So anything that is here is actually the negative space, that I call it as a negative space, and what here is the positive space. So you have to pay attention on the negative space in order to like you have to pay attention what kind of like shapes are there. So let me demonstrate real quick. So one thing you have to know is that you have to recognize everything as a shape. So like I said earlier, so I'm just going to show you guys which one is the shape. So every time this eye is a focal point, and this eye is a focal point, and this one is a focal point. So you always have to recognize it's a triangle. It's like a triangle like this. Alright. So bear with me right now. I'm just going to tell you like the focal point and everything. And okay, this one, and here is the focal point, and here is the focal point. Every time, like anatomy wise, is that the eyes, the eyeball, like the black thing, the iris, is always in line with the side of the mouth. As you guys can see, it sort of lines with it, but you can get the gist of it, like I said, as well. So there is like a triangle and like a squarish shape. You have to pay attention to it. So it's like a square-ish thing. So that is the basic shape of the face. Like the position, like the right position, technically the correct position in terms of drawing the person's eye. I mean like face features, and we have to proceed to the. So yeah, so that's the basic of. And normally the ears is always the half of this square, so you can see like, yeah, so it's always on the half part of the square. And then yeah, that's basic. I think that is basically what I can say in terms of like when I start drawing humans. That is what I normally pay attention to when it comes to features. So let's talk about the negative space that I was talking about earlier ago. So the negative space that I said earlier ago is that you have to recognize the shapes. So what kind of shapes you guys can know is that you have to see like this one has a sort of like a really weird ass shape, and here you have like a really like this kind of shape as well. So in order to know, like let's bring this one into like a so hold on. Let's just do a new layer. Okay, let's just do a new layer and let's just draw accordingly, like basically reference. So we have to start off with something like drawing like a circle. So this circle is meant for you to guide, like it's meant for you to create like a guide. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it will be good if it's perfect. So now we have somewhat a circle. This is what I always start with. I draw. Oh, sorry. I'm having my tablet in like a slight weird angle, so sometimes I might draw a bit off scale. So alright, so this is not what I normally start with, and the eyes is normally like around here. So you got like a basic shape right there. So wait, hold on, I need just to scale it up just to make it like sort of like correct size as well. Okay. Oh, god damn it, my enter button is all the way down there. Alright, so hold on. This is, yep, that's the enter button. So yeah, back to what I was talking about. So this is like the basic shape that you got right now, and we're gonna start with drawing the eyes and stuff. So you just draw like basic thing. So you have like this, and we do the triangle shape. We just roughly mimic that triangle shape. So it's right here. Here is nose part, and the mouth, it's right about here. So now you got the roughly shapes and stuff, and the ears probably will be around here. So you know would be like this. So this is how actually like you recognize the shape, and you can see like where, like which part of it slants and which part of things like where to draw if you actually focus on the shape. So here you can see like this. You can sort of see like this kind of shape, so you know where to put it at. So you're gonna go like this. You're gonna go like this. I mean, like this kind of like guidelines, you don't have to always do it, but it would help you out at the beginning. So once you get the gist of it, you don't have to actually draw this kind of guidelines. You can straight away draw out the correct shape without actually using the guidelines. And when it comes to drawing as well, I tend to be a bit more perfectionist, so it might take me like a couple of times just to get like the the angles and everything correct. So we're just gonna do the brush size, just like delete off certain stuff, just to make sure like this face is correct. So right now we have like a sort of like a rough thing, and in order to estimate what's the exact gap and stuff, so you can see like here we have like a triangle thing. So triangle will be like this. Alright, so this is probably the head, on top of the head, and we have like a couple gaps right here, so it'll be like this. So now you know exactly where is the whole gist of like the positions, the heads, and everything, so you can roughly do with it. Like the most important thing in drawing is that you have to get the basic of the, I mean like the anatomy correct when it comes to drawing humans. This only like I mean like this kind of things happens more way more easy, like it helps out a lot when it comes to drawing humans. All right, so we have like everything, shapes and everything. So like estimation as well. Like we this one, because we have to draw like an ear here. So once we draw an ear, we can estimate how wide the position is, so we can like see like just roughly. You don't have to follow it like really closely, but this kind of things would definitely help you out in the long run in terms of drawing everything realistically. So you have to estimate a bit, so it will be like this, a bit wider than usual. So this is like the gist of it, and what I mean by actually recognizing the negative space is that when you have when you like I'm drawing a really big canvas right now, so you can't really see the negative space that well. But if you're drawing like a box right here, I'm just gonna draw like a random, like really retarded box right here right now. All right. So when you have a negative, when you are drawing in a negative space, you have more position to actually see, or to actually allocate negative space around, so you can draw much more easier. So like I said, like once you have the box that you're drawing in, you can identify the space quite easily. So you can see like the exact, it's not actually exact measurement, but it's like rough location, see how much spaces you have and stuff. So you can see like roughly how much you need to do in terms of like position and stuff. So we have like this, it's quite similar when it comes to like doing like 3D animations as well, like when you're using like a Maya and anything like that, or when you see the first video game, maybe like really old type of game, everything is polygons. So you try to keep your mind into like try to see things as polygon. Then after that you can slowly flesh it out. So I'm just gonna go through it like real quick, so in for the sake of time and everything, so you guys don't see here like having really bored out of your mind trying to figure out stuff and stuff. So like I say right now, I'm constantly identifying everything as its shape, so it will it will definitely help out way more easier. You don't have to worry about like exactly how it does, like exactly what kind of shape it is, but you just have to have the general shape, so it's much more easier for you to draw. So the most important thing at the beginning in terms of drawing what you got drawing uh, I guess was like a guideline. The most important things when it comes to drawing a guideline is that you have to identify the major shapes. Like when you look at this this quick what you call it sorry, I'm losing words right now. So when you look at this overview of like the guideline, and when you compare with the real picture that you're trying to reference from, you can see like even though there's no major what you call it major features, but you still can identify like it's somewhat similar, the guideline, and like you can identify that it's based off of this reference. So you can easily identify that it's based off this reference. If that is the case, then you're on slightly the right track then. All right. So we have like the not exactly the most perfect guideline, because I'm trying to do it as fast as possible. But yeah, we have roughly the guideline as well. So if I didn't draw any like what you call it just now, where I try to show you the space and stuff, I tend to go off track a bit. So like if I compare like this and I draw like this, I can see very easily like how much space that I need. And if I see like this, so the head shape is around here, so it's around here and here. All right, so now we have like the very basic of trying to do the what you call it the guideline. We can actually proceed in terms of doing the real sketch. The real sketch, yeah. I'm trying to figure out some words and stuff, and angles and everything is a bit off got like I actually do like a front positions, but if you actually notice, it's actually a bit different. But yeah, as I was saying, you can see like it's not actually the most correct position right now, because you can see like this character on your left is actually slightly tilted upwards. So we're gonna fix that one. Alright. So how we're gonna fix that one is that we have to see everything by shapes as well. So the most important thing you have to do is that you have to see, like, since you have the basic shapes all done, so you can easily move it upwards. If basically the concept of it is that if you move one spot, you have to move everything. So we have to do like this because everything is a bit slightly upwards, and this one will be moving upwards a bit. Alright, so we have something similar to this. I'm just gonna bring down a bit so we know actually like where it is. So in terms of drawing human, I normally start with I normally start with actually like with drawing eyes and stuff, because it's like I can estimate how much space do I need in terms of drawing the face. I normally start with face actually, like in normal situation I normally start with face, but I found out that if I start with face sometimes I can't, like I overestimate the features and everything. So I normally have to restart over and over again. So that is normally not really the best choice in terms of me. So I want efficiency, and this is what I normally do when it comes to efficiency and stuff. So right now is that you see that I'm just like going through real quick trying to draw the main features and everything. When it comes to sketching as well, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to like you don't have to draw everything like really perfect, but it would help if it's perfect, but it would take time. So you don't have to rush it. Just do whatever you feel it's like. So I'm just like right now I can't touch really in depth of in terms of drawing like human anatomy stuff, because if I were to touch more, it's gonna be like a really long video. So right now I'm just gonna go through real quick. Let's see. So in case you guys didn't know what kind of like what picture is this right now, this is actually a K-pop star. As you guys may know, I am currently studying in South Korea right now, so this kind of things I've been watching quite a decent amount of it just to get my Korean level a bit up because I need it. I need to write my thesis based on it. So yeah, it's not generally the most fun thing, but it's pretty much the gist of it. So right now I have like drawing like the basic of it. And then we have like this. So you have to keep in mind as well is that nobody's drawing will be perfect in one go. You have to constantly practice. If you actually go to my devianart and you see my old pictures and stuff, you can see how much of changes I've been through, and like I've been practicing like a lot, but lately I've been busy with my animation, so I didn't manage to draw like this kind of things quite freely. So it's been a while that I actually able to draw like this, so I didn't manage to get much practice as I said. So right now I'm just going through like getting the basic features and everything, and just getting like most important things done and stuff. And let's see, the hair is so right now like I said earlier ago, when it comes to drawing, you always have to identify where is the negative space. So right now, when you see the hair, like I'm drawing the hair right now, right? So it's like something like this, and this one goes like this as well, but you can add like a middle part or something like this. But you can see here we have like a negative space right here. So what we can do is that we have to recognize the negative space. So the most important when it comes to drawing is that you always have to recognize the negative space, where is it, and how you can actually like hold on. So yeah, the most important thing is always to recognize the negative space. And in terms of like having the strokes, like improving your strokes as well, that one takes a lot of practice basically. So right now we're just gonna go like this. Okay. So as you guys see as well, like my style of drawing changed like a lot. From the first time I actually started drawing, I don't really have like a direction in terms of what kind of like drawing, like what kind of style I do. So my first style that I started off with is actually like a Japanese anime style, which is good and all. I mean, like, which is good and all, but I really wanted to start off with like a like a style that whenever people see my drawing, that they would know what kind of, like, they would know that it's my drawing instead of like anybody else. So right now, like when you look at me drawing, I'm constantly identify where is the negative space. Like here in the ears part, you can see right here we have like a negative space, like which has like a really like a oval shape kind of thing. So we have to identify like where is it the oval shape ends and how does negative space work. So once you're able to see this kind of negative space, it would help you out in terms of like drawing everything proportionally according to pictures and stuff. So that one you can help out very easily. That's what I learned throughout my master course as well, to identify what kind of like where is the negative space as well, because that one definitely greatly helped my like sketch in real life as well. So yeah, just constantly identify where is the negative space and how could you like improve on it. And just, you don't have to be perfect, like I said as well. You are drawing, like you are creating something, but you are using like a reference picture. So I'm pretty sure some people out there can draw like exactly the same, but we are not aiming to do that because everybody's drawing is always different. You can copy, people can copy. I mean, like people can create like a similar picture, like it looks exactly same, but I'm not aiming to do that. I'm just aiming to like create somewhat similar, but with my style on it. So yeah, so it has like a bit of cartoonish style to it, but at the same time a bit realistic as well. So you have to get like, okay. So yeah, so the most important thing is always recognizing like where is exactly the shapes and stuff. So okay, so this one is just some black and stuff. So yeah, I'm constantly identifying the negative space and everything. So yeah, so do give this one a try. Just try it out. Identify where is the negative space and work on it. Alright, just gonna do like roughly this one just to finish up roughly. So right now you can see like there are some parts that I got wrong. Like the eyes should be a bit bigger. You can see it's it's like a semicircle. So we're gonna work on that. Alright, we're gonna work down that a bit. So the space here is roughly about like this. So it's like this. This is technically correct. So and this one as well, it's technically correct. Like it's not exactly the same space and everything, but it's technically correct. Okay, so we have something similar to this. Let's just draw like this. Right, so we have roughly, so it's roughly somewhat similar, I suppose. Not yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, so this is like really rough, like kind of like a sketch right now. I'm trying to just to nail down the basic of actually like how I identify shapes and everything. Because the most important thing when it comes to drawing, in terms of my experience, is that you have to always identify the shapes. Because if you don't always identify where is the shapes and everything, you will always draw out of proportions. So if you're aiming something to do, like if you're aiming to draw something different, maybe like Adventure Time or maybe other types of cartoons, then you are able to do that. Like you don't have to care about proportions and stuff. But my style comes more in terms of trying to do something realistic. Like it's not 100% realistic, but it's somewhat realistic because I always started like my genre in drawing is always it's always drawing something that is psychological horror type of thing. So you have to have like a certain amount of realistic features in order to pull it off. Because what the most like the thing that makes people afraid is that it must have to like the object you're drawing must relate to real life at the same time it don't. But it must have like a certain amount of degree of realism in order to pull it off, like in order to like scare the shit out of people. I mean, like you can do like really creepy stuff, but still the story and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, I'm constantly drawing like I'm constantly working out where is the exactly like negative space and everything. So you see like it's slowly getting there, and it's slowly getting there. It's like it's not exactly the same, but we can slowly fix it. So like right now you can see like it sort of is looking quite similar, but you can see the nose is slightly a bit lower than usual because like the nose should be here. So what we can do is that we can always fix this one with this thing transformation too. So that's always a good thing when it comes to drawing digitally. But when like the reason why I encourage you guys to draw with like real life is because that in real life you don't have that features, so you are kind of forced to like constantly redoing drawings and redoing like you have to restart all over again. So which that is like it's not fun to restart drawing like the same picture over and over again, but it will help you out in terms of fleshing out exactly where you should be doing, and sometimes this kind of things happen. Yeah, so it's roughly about like this. So right now it kind of looks like a man actually. Sadly, I'm not actually drawing exactly like the most beautiful kind of girl right now because it's pretty much a really rough sketch. If you're really a fan of this girl, I'm really sorry. I'm drawing really terrible right now with her, but yeah, I promise I'm gonna make it up. I mean, I'm trying just like trying to do like the most basic sketch right now, and it looks really ugly right now. So bear with me. It's gonna get better. So bear with me, people. So yeah, so you slowly see like exactly where the angles and everything are once you have like the most basic shape layout done. And another thing that I always do is that you always check. You always press the flip horizontal thing so you can check exactly like is it symmetrical, because like to in order to draw a really beautiful character, and this is one thing that I sort of discovered, is that we as human actually consider that people that has symmetrical features are considered as beautiful. So if you were to able to create really symmetrical features, that would enable like that would convey a much more beautiful kind of like features. So if you are creating something that is really horrible, like you try and create like a character that looks like shit, then you have to like make every features not symmetrical, so therefore it would create like a really devastating look. But if you're trying to draw a really pretty girl, then that's what you have to go to. Like you have to do like really symmetrical kind of like features. So as you guys can see right now, I'm just like slowly checking out the symmetrical features and everything. So technically, I'm actually still drawing a bit wrong here and there, but we're just gonna do like roughly a bit fixing here and there. Okay. Oh, the keyboard. It's like my space right now. If you can actually see my space right now, it's really like it's not exactly the most most efficient space at all. So yeah. So apologize if it might takes a while just to get things done and stuff. So yeah, right now you can see like roughly the shape and everything. So once you get this like basic rough sketch out, you can slowly refine it even more. So what I normally do is that I do like this. I just lower this down as low as possible so that thing wouldn't actually bothers you that much. So it just removes it because we don't need that one anymore. Alright, so we have the basic sketch and everything. So we can slowly change stuff like this is the part where you actually input your designs and stuff. And I'm not gonna go through like deeply in terms of doing my designs and stuff because this is gonna be like another video if you guys want more more in-depth in terms of drawing humans. But this is basically like what I normally do is that I do like really basic, like really shitty, shitty sketch of it, and then I worked on it even more. So what I normally do is that I refine it even more, like a drawing, like I actually refine it even more, just drawing like this, like cleaning up, like slowly cleaning up, and slowly making it like way more like desirable instead of like really shitty sketches. So this is what happens when I go with drawing digital drawings. And the most important thing is that do not rush. I learned that the hard way. I mean, like, if you have like, if you can draw like really quickly, and that would be amazing and stuff. But at the beginning, try not to rush yourself too much. Because like if you rush and you wouldn't able to create like a really good drawing, all you would do is like creating a really different type of things. The speed, honestly speaking, the speed will come eventually, so you don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is worry about your drawings first. The speed can come later, as talking for experience actually. But right now I'm still not there yet in terms of speed, but I would like to learn in terms of drawing way more quicker than usual. So right now you can see like how I actually like slowly refine stuff, like slowly get into details, trying to create like actually perfect picture with my style at the same time. So my style actually changes from time to time actually. Like right now I think it was like my style is a bit more realistic right now, which it's kind of okay and stuff, but I don't know. It's just my style, I suppose. But yeah, it's slowly getting there. Like I still can draw like anime stuff, but I like drawing this kind of things because it creates like a bit realistic to it. And yeah, I think it was like my animation that I'm drawing right now. It's a bit more like this kind of style, but it has a bit anime style as well, so it's a mixture between both. Alright. So like the most important thing is as well, like I said as well, you have to recognize the negative space and stuff. So negative space, like this kind of things I explained earlier ago, the outside of it is negative space as well. But how does negative space work inside is that what point that are you focusing on? For example, I'm focusing on the mouth right now, but the mouth out anything outside the mouth is considered as a negative space. So this here, right here, is a negative space. So what you focus on is always the negative space. So like I said earlier ago as well. So I'm focusing on negative space. So as long as I make the negative space correct in terms of proportion, then you can almost similarly create like a decent, I mean like the correct proportion for that character that you're drawing. So right now I'm just talking more in terms of like reference drawing. So I can touch more when it comes to drawing original stuff, but we have to go through the, like before we actually proceed to drawing original stuff, we always have to touch like the basic stuff first, which is starting off drawing with reference. Because reference, anybody that is really professional still needs reference, so you don't have to worry about bringing out reference and stuff. Because everything, like if you're gonna draw something that is similar to this real world, you always have to have some sort of reference. So you don't have to be you don't have to worry about bringing like reference and stuff. So yeah, just try not to copy it through, like just try not to copy it like 100%. I mean like if you're aiming to draw the same thing like a fan art or like something like that, and you're trying to draw it like 100%, then sure, go for it. But if you're trying to create much more original stuff, then try not to. Because it's like, what if you're copying people's style, then what's the point of it? At the beginning, when you started drawing at the beginning, copying is probably the best thing, like the best thing for you to start off with, because like you always have to start off with some sort of basic and stuff. And what copying does at the beginning is that it helps you out refining your drawing like it helps you out to refine your artistic perspective, I suppose, where once your artistic perspective is refined, you can slowly add more details, and you can slowly deviate from copying. So what happens after that is that you can slowly deviate from copying, and then you can slowly ingrain that kind of like thought into yourself, and yeah, and get better. So basically, yeah, and get better. So right now you can see actually it's like the picture and everything is getting way better than usual. Like it's getting slightly better. Like this position right here in the right eye, it's a bit off, but we can fix that. But yeah, I'm not gonna go like really huge in depth on terms of like fixing like the characters and stuff, because this is not a video for like actually drawing the perfect characters and stuff, because like I said, if I were to go in depth on that, I have to go through like way more like in terms of anatomy and stuff. But we're just gonna like go through with the basic shape, like just get through like all those basic shapes and stuff, because like I said, the one thing that helps me out in terms of drawing a lot is that once you recognize the negative space, you would be able to draw way more better than usual. Jeez, I'm losing my words right now. being in Korea for so long kind of makes my English a bit off sometimes, because it's like sometimes it's like I'm always like remembering like certain words in different languages, and Korean just got kicking it up. And it just like made me forget about a lot of stuff. So yeah, I apologize for that, but I'm gonna try my best to show you guys. So yeah, okay, all right, I'm probably not gonna work like a lot more details and stuff, but right now I'm just gonna show you like basic of it. Like I can slowly fix this one until it looks somewhat similar, but this is basically the gist of it. This is basically a gist of recognizing the negative space. That's what I always do. So yeah. If you guys want more in terms of this kind of anatomy where I focus more on drawing like the features and everything, let me know in the comments below, and I'll teach you guys more in terms of like my opinion on how I approach it. So this is the basic of negative space.